Y'all, like I said, this is Youth Sunday, so it's going to be a little bit different today. But we are in Luke chapter 12, verse 13 through 21. And it's called When God Calls You a Fool. It's amazing. Sometimes God calls you a fool, stupid, unintelligent, moron, loser, idiot. The list goes on. So what do you have to do? What kind of person do you have to be for God to call you a fool? Okay? Some of us probably have a lot of answers to that. The people you work with, people you go to school. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm glad you asked, because Jesus answers that question in this passage right here. So if you look in verse 13, it says this: someone in the crowd said to him, meaning Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in abundance of possessions." What an un-American statement. How dare he? He goes on, then he told him this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be, whomever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God." Now, this passage strikes at the heart of our culture because it talks about something people don't like to talk about much. And that's exactly why Jesus addresses it. Now, about 12 years ago in my family, we had a scare. And I've invited my dad up here to share about that scare. And so, you guys, please welcome Ben Kibler to the stage.
Thank you, David. This is very personal. It's a story about a close encounter of the first kind with God. As David mentioned, 12 years ago this week, July the 3rd, 2012, I was awakened in the middle of a deep sleep, just waked up, just wham. I had no idea why. I had this feeling of dread. No pain, no, this dread. I was scared to death. I had no idea. So I got up and sat on the edge of the bed. I was trying to figure this out, trying to figure, what's going on here, I knew I'm 65. That's the year that my father and 4 of my uncles all had heart problems. And I'd had a little bit of heart trouble. I had a little shortness of breath. And I thought it was just allergies. So I was doing my normal thing. So I'm sitting there on the edge of the bed trying to figure this out. And I realized that I've got 5 surgeries to do this day, and next week I've got to go and give these talks to these meetings, and everybody wants to hear me and all that kind of stuff. I'm taking refuge in my barns that I had built, and I'm rationalizing with God, this is really inconvenient. It's the wrong time. I got to do all this stuff. He then, through the Holy Spirit, told me those exact words that Jesus said, "Even tonight your life will be demanded of you." Boy, you think that didn't get my attention? Yeah. I said, "God, does that mean I'm going to die right now?" He said, "No. But you're not going to see July 4th if you don't do something about it." And so we went to the hospital. They diagnosed it. I had a blockage of my artery. It's a very common problem. 90% occlusion of my main artery. I was like a millimeter from death. It's very commonly called in medical circles the widowmaker, because the most common thing is that you wake up dead. That's bad news. But I had the surgery, had it all done, and you see me here now. And it's done okay. But I learned a couple of things, and number one is that you don't like to have God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit saying you're a fool. That's a pretty humbling, unpleasant experience. That's what I was being told. And in the emergency room, the doctor called me an idiot too. Okay, well, now I got everything. So I was really in good shape, but I made it through. But the main thing I learned is being a fool is a really stupid way to be. First of all, you shortchange yourself. You miss out on God's plan and on God's work. I was almost to death. by missing out on, I got to do this, got to do this. But the main thing you miss is that you let God down. You miss His plan. You miss His purpose. You miss His overarching concern and what He wants for you. So from that time on, I've been trying to be less foolish. I know I still have on occasion. But the way I've tried to be less foolish is to always try to be rich toward God, and it pays off. So that's my story. Thank you.
Amen. When God calls you a fool. See, Jesus addresses this thing. I want to thank you, Dad, for sharing that, because that was a scare. But the reason why God calls him a fool isn't because of what we think about. The reason that God calls this man a fool is that he has bought in to what so many people in this room, including myself, have bought into. And it's a god, and it's called materialism. Now, materialism is simply this. It is the belief that material things will satisfy spiritual needs. That's what it is. You're feeling sad, you need a new shirt, because that shirt will satisfy the spiritual need you have. It's Luke 12:15. He said that, watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in the abundance of possessions. And we've been sold this by advertisers every single day, that material things will satisfy your spiritual needs. I was watching an ad for a car, and it wasn't an ad for a car. They didn't even show the car. They showed a good-looking, well-dressed guy with a good-looking, well-dressed woman next to him. And the girl just looked at him lustfully, like he's a total stud. Okay? He was wealthy. She had the pearls, she had the diamonds, she had the whole deal. They were wealthy, and finally they got into the car that was being advertised, and they drove down the street, and everybody on the street turned their heads and looks at them, and it was amazing what was for sale there. How did this guy achieve this position in life? Having the beautiful woman on his arm, the well-dressed, all the trappings of wealth, and the admiration of everyone. How did he? The car. Not through any achievement, not through character, not through doing anything, just having the car. That's what was being sold to us. Material thing will give you your need for attention, your need to stand out, your need to be admired. This material thing will satisfy that need. I saw another ad, and it was just comical. It was a bunch of guys sitting around a campfire, and there's this, kind of country music playing, little twangy country music playing, and everything like that. And a guy cracks open a can of beer, and he sips on it, and he sits back and leans back. All his buddies are drinking the same beer, and he goes, guys, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, I thought it was a can of beer. But what was for sale there? What was for sale there? Friendship, fellowship, relaxation, acceptance, all these things. And what was it that met those needs for friendship and acceptance and everything? It was the beer. Exactly. So guys, that is the way we have been conditioned to think, that material things will satisfy spiritual needs. And that is what this man here had bought into, that all of this grain and everything was going to satisfy him. And barring a major work of grace in your life, and especially in the children's life, you guys have bought into that too. And so have I. Now, this is why God calls him a fool. He calls everyone a fool who embraces the foolishness that material things will satisfy spiritual needs. Now, don't hear what Jesus isn't saying. Now, I have to, because every time I preach on this, I always have somebody come up to me and say, well, does that mean we shouldn't have savings? No, that is not what Jesus is saying. Okay, don't hear that. Savings is, all throughout Scripture, we're commanded to save. Joseph was commanded to save grain, to prepare for the upcoming famine. Proverbs 15:6, the house of the righteous contains great treasure, but the income of the wicked brings ruin. Okay, guys, here's why you should have savings. 3 quick reasons. Number one, life happens. Your car's going to break down. This morning, my wife had a flat tire. Guess what? We're going to have to go, if we don't have savings, that's a major crisis. Okay, second, you don't want to be a burden to others. You want to be able to provide for yourself so you don't have to constantly go to other people, other people, other people. That's why you have savings. And third, you cannot bless people what you don't have. If you cannot send someone on a mission trip if you don't have any savings. You can't help the poor. You can't sponsor children. You can't do anything if you don't have savings. And therefore, we're not able to do what God wants us to do. So don't hear that. Savings is essential to life. So what is God saying here? Well, this is what he's saying. In 2003, I was a youth pastor in a church in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I took the college students from Hendersonville, Tennessee, to what was called One Day. It was a passion thing. It was an outreach. There were 20,000 college students sitting in a field in Sherman, Texas. And the best worship leaders in the world were there. That's when Chris Tomlin was getting his start. David Crowder was there. Let's see here. Matt Redman was there. Katie Pearson was there. Some of the newer ones weren't there yet. This was 2003. It's 21 years ago. But the speakers, I was looking forward to hearing Louis Giglio and Vadi Bacham, like two of my favorite preachers, and they just laid it out the whole day, just a day of preaching and worship. 20,000 college students. And then all of a sudden, this old guy, when I say old, he's probably like my age now, steps up on stage. He's not dressed cool like everybody else was. He had on slacks and a button-down shirt and glasses. He was gray-headed, balding. And he stands there and he plants his feet and he makes gestures like this. And we sat there mesmerized and listened to every word that this preacher named John Piper laid out. And I'm going to share with you guys a portion of that. I was 29 years old, and his 40-minute sermon changed the direction of my life, because he spoke on this very passage. And I'm going to take 5 minutes of this 40-minute message, and everyone in this church and everyone in the world needs to listen to this message. But here it is, speaking about when God calls you a fool.
But one of the really sad things about this moment right now is that there are hundreds of you in this crowd who do not want your life to make a difference. All you want is to be liked. Maybe finish school, get a good job, find a husband or a wife, a nice house, a nice car, long weekends, good vacations, grow old healthy, have a fun retirement, die easy, no hell. And that's all you want. You don't give a rip whether your life counts on this earth for eternity. And that's a tragedy in the making. That is a tragedy in the making. About 3 weeks ago, we got news at our church that Ruby Eliason and Laura Edwards were killed in Cameroon. Ruby Eliason, over 80, single all her life, a nurse, poured her life out for one thing: to make Jesus Christ known among the sick and the poor in the hardest and most unreached places. Laura Edwards, a medical doctor in the Twin Cities, and then in retirement, partnering up with Ruby, also pushing 80, and going from village to village in Cameroon. And the brakes give way. Over a cliff they go, and they're dead instantly. And I asked my people, is this a tragedy? Two women in their 80s, almost. A whole life devoted to one idea, Jesus Christ magnified among the poor and the sick, in the hardest places. And 20 years after most of their American counterparts had begun to throw their lives away on trivialities in Florida and New Mexico, fly into eternity with a death in a moment. Is this a tragedy, I asked? It is not a tragedy. I'll read you what a tragedy is. I've got a little article here from Reader's Digest. You don't read Reader's Digest, I know that. But there is a generation who does. This is a tragedy. Title of the article, Start Now, Retire Early. February 1998. Bob and Penny took early retirement from their jobs in the Northeast 5 years ago when he was 59 and she was 51. Now they live in Punta Gorda, Florida, where they cruise on their 30-foot trawler, play softball, and collect shells. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. And there are people in this country that are spending billions of dollars to get you to buy it. And I get 40 minutes to plead with you, don't buy it. With all my heart, I plead with you, don't buy that dream. The American dream. A nice house, a nice car, a nice job, a nice family, a nice retirement, collecting shells. As the last chapter, before you stand before the Creator of the universe to give an account with what you did. Here it is, Lord, my shell collection. Look, Lord, my shell collection. And I've got a good swing. And look at my boat. God, look at my boat, God. Well, not for Ruby and not for Laura. Don't waste your life. Don't waste it.
Oh, doesn't that stab at the heart of everything we're told here in America? The key to Jesus' statement is the attitude of the man. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry. In other words, all this stuff I've got is for me. It's for me to enjoy. I'll enjoy it. It's mine. Never once ask, Lord, look at all of this. What do you want me to do with it? Who do you want me to serve? How do you want me to finish my life? I want to take life easy and be merry and everything, but Lord, what do you want for me? And that's the question, parents. And for the youth in here, the children in here, we need to be asking them, what does God want for you? What is God? What is His purpose for you? What does He have you here for to do? And that is why Jesus referred to him as a fool, because he was not interested in what God wanted for him. He never once said, Lord, all of this is yours. It's all yours. What do you want me to do with it, Lord? How do I use this that you have given me to make a difference in this world. I envy Ruby and Laura, 80-year-old women, unafraid, dedicated to one thing and finishing strong. I envy them. You can't take it with you, people. So travel light. Here are some things. If you do not want God referring to you as a fool, here are 4 things that I want to suggest to you so that we do not run that risk. Number 1 is this: love people and use things. Not the other way around. Love people, use things. Do you know why you have savings, why you have money, why you have a checking account? It's not so that you can love it. It is so that you can use that to love people that need love. That is why our youth group is coming back from Honduras right now, probably getting on the plane in about an hour from Dallas to come up here. That's why they went, was to show love, because they love the people down there. Love people and use things. Don't use people and love things. The second thing is this: resist the urge to have the newest, the best, or the most expensive. Resist that urge. You don't have to have the newest, the best, or the most expensive. You don't. People care a lot less what you have than you think. Somebody said that we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. Yeah? Yeah, that's how God calls you a fool. Resist the urge to have the newest, the best, or the most expensive. You don't need it. Okay, the third thing is this: don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. If you compare yourself to others, you'll get one of 2 conclusions. One, if you compare yourself and you're better, you'll be arrogant. If you compare yourself and you're lesser, you'll be envious. There's no good thing that can happen there. So don't compare yourself. Resist the urge to compare. Don't compare yourself with a family down the street. Don't compare yourself with what you see in the world or on social media. Social media is destroying us because you see so many things and people sanitize versions of their lives. And you compare your normal life to them and you think you're falling short. Don't compare, because the only thing that matters is God's opinion of you. And the fourth thing, turn jealousy into celebration. I want you to learn a phrase that I have learned, that I've taught my kids, that I want you guys to learn. And it's this: well, good for them. Hey, my friends did it. Well, good for them. Hey, this person got a raise. Well, good for them. Hey, this person got a new car. Well, good for them. Learn it. Say it. And don't let yourself be infected by jealousy of what another person has. Okay? Celebrate. Somebody's kid makes the team and yours doesn't. Celebrate. Somebody gets a new possession. Celebrate. Somebody makes more money than you. Celebrate it. Good for them. Wonderful. Has nothing to do with me. I've got my purpose from God. Okay? That's how we travel light, you all. And I don't want anyone in this church to hear the words fool from God. Tonight, your life will be demanded of you. Then all of this stuff, whose will they be? Okay? I don't want anyone in this church to hear that. So travel light, you all. Your life does not consist in the abundance of your possessions. It consists in how faithful you have been to God's call on your life while you are here. That's your life right there. You all with little ones, you all have been amazing. I just want to, before we go, I just want to say, the little ones in here, we love you. And if there aren't little ones in the church crying out, running around, this church will not survive long. So I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look around, you all. This is a church with a great future, because look at the little people here. God bless you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.